Why do you think there have been no dementia treatments in the last 20 years?
That's my favorite question. I simply think that we under-investigated that area. So if you compare with cancer, for instance, I think that dementia, if you look at it as a disorder, the problem and the difficulties which we have to to pass are, in my opinion, even larger than cancer. I mean, the brain is the most difficult organ. It's also the most unique organ of all. I mean, it's most away from animals and models, and we also know much less about the brain, how it works and how it's built, than from any other organ in the body. So that's on the one side. So it's very difficult, and on the other side, if you look to the investments over the last 20 years, it's a fraction of what has been invested in cancer research. It's only the last years that we see increase. So what I think is, if you put more brains on this problem, I would be very surprised that that wouldn't help. And I think AIDS is another example, much more precise problem. There was I was very frustrated as a young researcher, because I was in the Alzheimer field, a problem which, in my opinion, was huge. And then you had the AIDS field, where the problem all of a sudden came out of the blue. Nobody knew what it was. And there was a big mobilization. That's why these meetings are so important, and interaction with patients. So there was a big mobilization of the people who were affected by AIDS, and also by their friends and their family. And they really pushed both the political and the pharmacological world to put this as a priority. And they were driving even dangerous experiments, because they said, we want to test this drug, you cannot give it up. And they were using pills which we are not able to test at this moment in dementia people, because, yeah, I mean, it's another discussion. These people react differently. They are also less aggressive on these things, I don't know, to try. But so in the AIDS field, there were moments that the company said, we stop it, and that the patient said, you have to continue. And so I think that at this moment, this is also happening in the dementia world. You see the patients taking themselves responsibility, which I think it's a revolution that I have never seen before. And then also much more the family and even the young people are starting to understand that this is going to affect them. And so we get a mobilization in the society. So I think that will change. But so in a nutshell, I think this field was underfunded, and we are finally there that we get the chances